What's up, Starcraft fans? Today we're doing a tier list for Graveyard Shift on Dead of Night. Brian, let's hear the mutation.
Dead of Night is the map where we have to destroy 151 infested structures to clean out the infestation. This would be easy were it not for the fact that the infested structures all spawn enemies at night and attack our base alongside several special infested. Vision is limited to a small circle in the center of your screen and on buildings, and a Purifier Beam spawns every 10 minutes and chases your dude.
Yeah, annoying, but not brutal plus. Sticksbender and Herman, or rather, Tutu and Herman are on the call with us today. How are you guys?
Great.
Good.
Good? Evil? Who knows? So, Tutu, how are you gonna rank the commanders this week?
Alright, this is basically Dead of Night, but annoying.
Yes.
So,
well, no difference for me. Dead of Night is annoying, so it's Dead of Night, yeah.
The hardest part is actually not the mutation, but like remembering where all the buildings are.
Yes.
So like if you're not careful, if you don't like double, triple check the area around you when you're clearing, then you might have to go back there, and that makes the mutation longer. So if you're a commander that can survive longer, you'll do better.
A premium.
And in this, you get a higher rank. And commanders who can search easily can also get a higher rank.
How about you, Herman?
I have nothing to add. Like to the side, annoying.
Well, Dead of Night is annoying. So let's begin. Abathur, what do we have?
As usual on Dead of Night has a slow start, but as the nights go on, he gets stronger and stronger, which is good. There's so much biomass, you don't even have enough units to collect all of it. But depending on what the special infested are early on, you might have run into some trouble. So once you pass the first night, things get a lot easier. So I put him in B.
Sounds about right. How about you, Herman?
I also think Abathur is E tier. We should use Swarm Host, right?
Yeah, you can do the trick where you...
Yeah, for defense and for offense is Guardians and Leviathan. Like upgrade the armor first so that you can also attack during night. But you need to watch them so that they can attack.
Yeah, you need vision. But what you can do is put a toxic nest just at the entrance of your base, because remember the Purifier Beam does chase you the nest, so you just put the toxic nest at the entrance of the base, and then have your Swarm Host attack that, so that they endlessly spawn locusts automatically.
Yeah, and I think
on offense.
Oh yeah, that's for defense. And I think you can also put like 5 toxic nests like just along the entrance and turn down the auto
the auto detonate
so that it can give some vision. But if the special infestor is the kaboomers, it won't work because it will explode and your nest might die. So yeah,
that's true. So
yeah,
without prestige, still B.
Same.
All right.
Yeah, I think same, except the Swarm Host might be not that good, but still can be used. Yes.
Alarak, where do we have him?
So P3 is quite essential for Alarak.
Okay.
Because you have Mothership and Destroyers, and they are really good on this map. But the clearing efficiency is quite slow due to Afraid of Dark. So I'm not sure if he can hold like up to like more than 3 nights. I'm not sure, because usually if you play Alarak, it's like fast clearing and game probably end before the 3rd night. Yeah, I think just try to clear as fast as possible should be fine for Alarak. I will say he's like A tier.
A tier, better than Abathur. How about you?
Yeah.
How about you, Tutu?
The fact that you can't look at 2 sides when defending makes it really hard. Like normally you have a mothership on one side and Alarak on the other side. If you can juggle like going back and forth, looking at the mothership, go back to Alarak, use a destruction wave, if you could keep going back and forth quickly, then he will last longer. But if you can't, then it's kind of bad. And you can't like defend one side and clear at night because of for the same reason, because you got to look at the mothership to attack. Later, one thing to also remember is I don't think you can see where the Niduses are. You have to find them if it's a Nidus. If it's a Stank, it comes to you. But if it's a Nidus, you don't know where it is.
True.
So,
yes.
So it's much more difficult. I put him in B because his survivability is not good.
Wouldn't it be
compared to some of the other ones?
Can you just put a Nexus at each entrance, and wouldn't that provide division?
But it provides more, but some of the range stuff, like they'll still hit you if you don't look.
Okay, that makes sense. I
choke.
actually initially had him in C because I didn't like the defense with Alarak. Also, he doesn't have any tools to find the hidden buildings more quickly. Abathur at least has deep tunnels, so he can just kind of look around. So I actually had him in C, but I'm okay with B. What do you think, Herman? Is B okay for you?
So if we like don't try to use Alarak to like clear this map really fast, so we consider P1. Like I mean P1 Vanguard is quite good on this map. I'm not sure, but I think Destroyer works fine because there's no like Avengers or Just Die on this mutation.
Yes.
Um,
But Alarak will be really weak.
yeah, like one destruction wave kills nothing. Yeah, but it's something for the P1 Vanguard on this map. If you can, because let's say if you can't hold it, if you can't like end the game before the third night, if you have enough Vanguard, you can defend really well, I think.
Vanguard can miss though, and they're really gimped from their campaign version, so I still wouldn't recommend them either way. I think. Wait, the question actually is: are you okay with B, or are you gonna?
Yes, for B it's fine. Yeah, for B it's fine.
Without
I'm
prestige.
just hesitating P3 or P1, the Vanguard. Yes.
Without prestige, still B.
Probably not.
No.
Without a mothership, it's even worse.
Yeah. So B with prestige options and C without prestige options.
I think he's just C unless it's P3.
Oh, well, I guess. Arcturus, where do we have him?
Manx. So ESOs are good, but there's a problem with them, which is that you don't know which buildings have gone down and which ones have not. So you're gonna have to go you have to shoot an area longer, or you have to go check manually later. Aside from that though, he normally builds extra command centers, and his defense is really strong. Bunkers and tanks can hold for quite a long time. So I put him in A.
How about you, Herman?
Okay, I thought he might be an S tier for this week. But Tutu said the problem, which I considered it before, but I don't think it's a really big issue for that. Yeah. So, but for now, I think it may be an issue. So you don't know if you if you cleared an area, and and so the efficiency is much slower. Yeah, I think A tier works fine for him. Yes.
I also had Arcturus in A, so it's unanimous. Artie, where do we have him?
Well, Artanis, he didn't do that well on this map in my mind, and I would recommend using P3 because it helps defend a lot. The Archon user is really good for defending, and you need to drop them like individually, so that you don't want to waste your energy, don't waste a lot of energy on it. But you still need them to help you defend. There is a problem for the vision though, so that's a really big problem for Artanis.
A huge problem, I agree.
Yes. So
Ladder.
And the usual way we think about the Artanis on this map is to try to use Tempest to fast clearing, but Afraid of Dark just say it's not that possible and it's not a good way. So just mass Dragoon and the Immortals.
Try to outrun the Purifier Beam? Sounds painful.
Yeah, no. So I don't recommend using Tempest on this mutation. Later I would say D tier.
Okay. How about you, Tutu?
I don't remember what I usually give Artanis for Dead of Night mutations. I didn't put him that low, but I don't have a problem with him in D. I do suggest using Tempest for this one, because if you use Dragoons, your stuff will get hit. Like when you're defending, your stuff might get hit and they clump, whereas the Tempest, they're in the air, so they will always be shooting, and no matter like which side they're coming from, you'll be able to reach them because they have really long range, and Dragoons will block each other. I tried Dragoons before and it didn't work, so I used Tempest and I cleared. I don't remember which night, but it was really close. If you have to fight like Nidus, it's gonna be much harder.
Yes.
I actually, D is okay with you. I actually had Artanis in E, but both of you say D, so I'm okay with D. Dehaka, where do we have him?
The pack leaders ignore Afraid of the Dark, so that's good.
Yeah,
And
turn
you
on the
mass
lights.
guardians. They do splash damage to ground, and there's not much air. And when you mass guardians, you have lots of minerals, and you just use them for extra primal hives and primal worms. And you can clear pretty quickly. You can sweep like entire areas quickly with pack leader vision plus guardian shooting down everything. So
Definitely.
I put him in A.
How about you, Herman?
I saw he is also A. Just get full. Choose the mastery for pack leader duration, so that you can have pack leader for every second, even like
perma pack leader.
Yes. Like for P2. I mean for P2.
All right.
Yeah, it's like you can have pack leader all the time and just ignore this mutator at all the time. Yes.
Works for me. I actually had the Hawk and S, but both of you say A, so it's fine. Phoenix, where do we have him?
I think Phoenix on this map is to mask the Scout. It's a way to deal with this map, like because Scout deals more damage to light armor unit, and since like all the infested terrains are light armor, you can use.
And the buildings too.
Also the building. Yes, you can just mask Scouts. So not P2 here. Probably P1 or maybe P0. I personally I don't play Phoenix on this map a lot.
How do you defend?
I use I still use Cordalis and all the champions, but I just try to get more scouts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where do you have him?
I think his clearing isn't that fast compared with Dehaka. So I think he is like a B tier for this week.
How about you, Tutu?
For defense, I masked Colossi, lots of Colossi, and then
That'll probably work.
You have Caldalis. I don't think I built gateway units. I remember just building Immortals,
Interesting,
Scouts, Carriers, and
Colossi.
I don't think I built Caldalis because I didn't have space for gateways.
I would think that I'd have at least a conservator at each entrance, but you do you guys.
I don't remember. But clearing was fine, and having the super strong suits was really helpful. Let me check how much time. I finished by night 5.
That sounds horrendous.
So you can survive to night 5. Yeah, I did not have a gateway. I did not use a gateway.
Interesting.
At all. Although I think you can, but I didn't. It's
okay.
Just,
I would probably make conservators.
And
anyway.
Lots of Nexus. Like Nexus is just next to each other for lots of vision.
Nexus next to each other. All right, for vision.
Yeah, I put him in B.
All right.
I think he's pretty good with clearing.
All right, fine. I had him in C, but both of you say B, so we'll have him B. Han and Horner, where do you have him?
Oh, Han and Horner. Normally they're good on offense. This one you can't see where you're hitting. So if you're not good with remembering where things are, you're gonna miss a lot. And their defense sucks.
Yes.
And they're like Galleons. I don't think they provide vision. So you have to have some other buildings to provide the vision for you, or use your allies. So which may or may not be reliable.
All right.
You don't want to spend money on command centers, but you might have to just for some visions, just for a bit of vision. I would say they're like C or D.
How about you, Herman?
Oh, I got a question for Han Horner.
Yeah.
Does the Raven provide some exclamation mark on the map to just show where the where there's something there?
I believe the sensor tower has that job, and if it doesn't work through Afraid of the Dark, I don't think the Raven will work either, personally.
Oh, so because in my mind I thought it worked. So I think. But the Raven still causes a lot of gas. So if you can't remember the map, it's really hard to use.
There are dots.
All right.
There are dots.
But there are also lots of infested dots.
Oh yes, that's
so you see everything. So you can't exactly see where the enemies are.
So you can't distinguish which one is actually the one you want to shoot at.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Unless you spend time making sure, which makes your clearing slower because you're checking.
Oh, okay.
I cheese this one. I didn't play this one normally.
Okay, that makes so Han Horner isn't that good on this mutation though. I would say also C tier. Just use Ravens to help you to know where you use the Strike Fighter. And don't forget, there's another mutation called Purifier Beam. So you don't want your Raven die to that. You want to teleport to other places when you finish a play. When you finish a
How do you guys feel about that bug where you use the invincibility of Horner units to A, hold all the infested, and B, trap a Purifier Beam in one spot so you don't have to deal with that entrance anymore?
It's so hard to do, and
I
you need to be
agree.
so precise that it's
agree.
pretty much impractical.
Yeah, I have tried it. I have attempted it, but it's actually quite impractical to do. It's crazy, but theoretically, if you could get that to work, that could theoretically you can hold a Purifier Beam at one entrance, right? Because the Purifier Beam will maintain the damage on the Hornet, so you'll never need to worry about regen. So theoretically, it could work, but let it be known, I have mentioned it. So both of you say C?
Yes.
All right. I have no problems with C. I actually have in B, but C is fine as well. So
they can, if you do have like a defensive ally, you can solely focus on slowly shooting stuff.
Yes.
Yes. That's true.
Karax, where do we have him?
So Karax is quite good at defending on this map. Yes, that's true. And for the offense, you want to use Observer plus Solar Lens. And you just need to know where the Purifier Beam is.
Yes.
So that when you're like using Solar Lens, you don't want Purifier Beam kill your Observer. Right?
Yes.
So that's the only part you should know. You should pay attention to. And for defense, just build Nexus in the front, and then build some cannons back, and like cannons, batteries, and then some monoliths. I don't think he is bad at clearing, because just due to afraid of
He's
dark.
very good at clearing.
Yeah, the Observer plus Sword Lens is quite good, and you can just spam not spam, just use a lot of
lasers.
Yeah.
So letter
for the beam. I would say S.
S.
For Karax.
How about you, Tutu?
I don't think he's that good. I mean, he's not bad, but he's not S. I put him in A, because you really have to like not. You have to have. You probably want like more than one observer in one place so that you can hit multiple areas with the solar lens.
And have backups.
You have to keep them alive. You have to know like the pathing so that your observers don't die, and you need to know where the beam is, which is. The icon is smaller than usual because of Afraid of the Dark. It's just like a red dot that moves.
Letter A?
A.
I'm surprised, Herman, that you didn't mention Mirages. You've mentioned it like 3 times before, and now I think would be the best time to mention Mirages. But anyway, I actually also say A, and if it's not unanimous S, it's not S. So, Herman, are you going to make a case for S to 2-2? Or is A fine?
Let me think. I just think he can do the defense quite good, and he can do the clearing fine, and he can hold like a lot for a long time. Like I think you can get to like 9-10 or something. Like it's like his defense is really good.
Fun fact: if you reach Knight 6, it doesn't get worse than that. It only gets more Knight 6.
Okay. Well, but I still agree with what Tutu said about like all the details that we need to know if we are using Karax on this map.
Yeah, it doesn't trivialize the map. That's why I didn't say S.
Yeah, we need to be careful about like beams, and we need to like put observer on different areas, and we still need to care about these observers, not let them die to the beams. Yeah, and there will be like 3 beams after 20 minutes.
Yeah. So letter.
Yeah, I think A is fine.
All right, Kerrigan, where do we have him?
Kerrigan probably will get Mutalisks. I think I got Mutalisks. Kerrigan can hold for like a few nights quite well. I used Muta Brute Lord, and I think some lurkers for defense. No, I don't think I used lurkers. just I used P2, and clearing, you just have to make sure that you clear everything, like you the usual clearing. Her clearing's pretty good with Brood Lords and Mutalisks. But later on, like the stanks get really strong if you have stanks, and if there are Nidus Worms, you have to like fly to them and kill them before and you don't know where they are. So they're probably gonna spawn once, maybe even twice. And you do that while defending home. That's kind of rough. Kerrigan can only be on one side at a time too.
Yes.
I put her in B.
Ooh, how about you, Herman?
I think B is fine for her. The P2, the lightning is
pretty good.
Yes, you don't need vision to hit the enemy. Well, I think just go with Mentalist and Brulors is okay. Just try to, and hope you and your ally clear the map faster, because you can't hold that much. Also B.
All right, I actually had him in A, but both of you say B, so we'll go with B. Nova, where do we have him?
Oh, so for Nova, I still suggest P3.
Yeah, so do I.
It's just clearing so fast, and you just need to worry about the Purifier Beam.
Essentially.
For Nova, yes. And for defensing, since there is no mutator that strengthens the enemy, so tanks, Liberator, Raven turrets, they are really good. And you do have some money left, even though you're just spamming your airstrike, but you still have some money left, so you can build a command center at the entrance. I would say maybe she can be S tier in this week.
Okay.
But I would say A, but I can be with I can accept S. Yes.
How about you, Tutu?
So I actually in the shorts for this week, I have a picture showing you how to defend at least your side of the base, if not the whole. Like if you defend at least yourself, and like how you need like 4 command centers, and where to look when it's when your sabotage drone is on cooldown. But basically, Nova can clear this by like night 3, whether or not your ally is helping. So as long as you are very sure you cleared all the buildings on your side, even if you have to comb the map again to check for buildings, you'll still finish by night 3, around night 3.
Nice.
So I put her in S.
Yeah, I also had her in S. Unanimous S. Nice S, Nova. Raynor, where do we have him?
Raynor. This was the one. I strongly believe him to be top of S.
Oh, this is the one.
This is
the one. Yeah, it's perfect. He has
because
defense. He has siege tanks, orbitals.
P3, you make extra command centers anyways, and then you start with a tank bunker defense, and then you get, like, after you have the sides covered, you start making battle cruisers. And the scan, like, you don't need to mule that much later on, so you have scans, so you can check everywhere for anything that you missed.
That left over,
and you do it at an instant. And defense is extremely strong.
Yeah, what do you think, Herman?
And if there are Nidus worms or something, you can just summon... Scan it, look for it, kill it with your battle cruisers or a Hyperion, and continue. So I put him in S.
What do you think, Herman?
Same. Scan is just really good.
It's really good. I thought he was as good as A, but I don't have a problem with an S.
Yeah, because there's no mutator strengthening the enemy, so the usual defense for Raynor is quite good on this map. So he is quite good on this mutation.
That's awesome. All right, Raynor, top of S. Let's go. Stetboy, where do we have him?
I think we should use Lurker to defend, right? I didn't play Stetboy that much on this map, so I think we just use Lurkers to defend. Or I don't know if it's faster is good or not.
I think
in my mind, just spam Zerglings and the Lurkers is okay enough, and stabilize is structure, so they provide like visions, and when it dies, it still provides vision. So I think he is fine for this week. I would say 8 here for Stetboy.
How about you, Tutu?
Yeah, I use P3 Ultra Lurker Zergling, and he's pretty good, but he still has to do like
the looking thing,
the usual combing the map for stuff if things don't go your way.
Yes.
So so he still has to work a little. So that's why I put him in A.
Yeah, I think Ultralisks are the superior choice here because they don't get choked if you only have 2 of them. Wasn't that right, Tutu? If you have 2 Ultralisks on the side, they don't get chokered?
I don't think it. I mean, you're gonna make Lings too or something else. So even if they get choked, your Gary will save them.
Yeah, Gary will save him. Anyway, so I think A is fine. Stukov, where do we have him?
Stukov. Surprisingly, I used P1 because P3 you have to like look at you have to basically look for them to be effective. With P1, I just mass tanks, and the tanks have so much range that you'll hit stuff even when you're not looking. And I used Banshees to clear, so I made like 20 something Banshees and cleared the map. So the tanks will just stay home.
That's beautiful.
I put Stukov in A.
A. How about you, Herman?
I also put him in A, but it's because the queen.
Oh yeah, we did talk about the queen, the Ocular symbiote does give vision. It does give vision.
Yes.
So but I still agree with what Tutu said. Tanks really good for defense. Yeah, but don't use P3 because you can't it's the infested marines it will die, so you can't just keep a unit to always have the vision. So I just think P3 isn't good here, and they look for a long time. Yes.
All right, so both of you say A.
Yeah.
All right, Swann, where do we have him?
So Swann on this map is really good.
Yeah.
He has great defense. And for offense, his top bar is quite good. You just need to know where you should use the ability. Use the top bars.
Yeah.
And if you miss any structures left, you can use Hercules to check, or you can just fly your race. It also works.
Yeah.
I would think he is another S for this week.
Another S. How about you, Tutu?
I don't see. He's similar to Karax. It's kind of like you're strong, but you still have to go out and search. Whereas like for Raynor, his searching is free, and for Nova, she's gonna finish quickly no matter what. Even if your ally misses stuff, you're gonna finish quickly because you're just non-stop offense. Whereas Swann, I guess once you have a good enough defense, you can focus fully on offense, but that takes time. And your cooldowns, if you don't know like where to use pulse cannon or where to use the concentrated beam, you're gonna hit like nothing. So I think it requires kind of some knowledge to use. So A.
What do you think about that, Herman?
Okay, that sounds quite essential. You should know where to use the top bars.
I actually kind of agree with S personally because I like, even if we don't use the concentrated beam with the pulse cannon, I like the first prestige here because it helps with defense and you can just go full offense with your rates. You could probably have just like turrets defending and the laser and just build your rates in the back or in the meantime. If you get enough rates, you can just go out and just delete all the buildings and you don't even have to worry about the concentrated beam or the Purifier Beam because your rates are much faster. That's why I think even though you kind of have to look, the rates are so fast, you'll get anywhere you feel like going really fast as well. But what do you think, Herman? Are you gonna defend S or do you think A?
Well, I never thought about P1 on this map.
It's a bit unconventional because you think Swann on Dead of Night, you think the concentrated beam and pulse cannon on those buildings, but rates do just as good of a job personally, I think.
Why would you use P1? Why don't you just use P0 rate?
You could also use P0 rate, but I like the slowing downy thing of the laser drill because the splash damage will hit things you can't see, and so if there are a couple of marines just out of your vision range, they'll also get hit by the laser drill.
Well, with Afraid of the Dark, you're gonna see very little.
Well, with the command center at each ramp, they'll give you the vision.
The turrets are gonna kill them anyways, so you're just overkilling them.
I believe overkill is the best kill, but I digress. I still think that the splash damage afforded just helps your turret survive that, but it's fine either way. I think even if you use P0, I think it doesn't detract from how you can just use race to clear very quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Wraith is quite good on the clearing side.
And yeah, the main thing is, yes, you do have to look, but the rates can get pretty much anywhere quickly if you have enough of them. Even if you're looking for stuff like Nidus, you can just do a quick circle around your base with your rates.
That's true.
And stanks.
So the races are fast.
If you get stanks, your racer can have a field day.
With the kiting.
Yeah, you don't need the kite because the stank doesn't shoot back. Yeah,
I guess kind of.
but if both of you say A, I'll defer to you guys.
Wait, did Herman say A or S?
Herman said initially S, but
S. Yeah.
yeah.
I know I said A, but
Yeah.
Herman said S. And you think S?
I said S. Yeah.
For this one I fought Nidus and I used P2 Wraith, P2 with Wraiths because I just wanted to. P2 with Wraiths and against Nidus, and it was alright. Kind of depends on enemy, I guess. I know where to shoot the top bars, so that helped clear a little faster.
Yes.
I guess even if you don't know, if you just go Wraiths, I guess you'll eventually clear everything.
Yeah, because you don't need to worry about defense at all. Your defense is really good.
Yeah.
And I said the biggest enemy for Swann is the Kaboomers. Yes.
Oh, Kaboomers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and other than that, I don't feel it's.
As long as you have the auto heal for the turrets, you should be fine, even against Kaboomers, right?
If you have tanks later on, they don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last long.
All right. So what do you guys say?
I can see like the difference between him and Karax is that one, he has AOE turrets, and two, if you like you're using an army to move and clear stuff, not Solar Lance, which I think is much
more stable,
more reliable.
Yeah, and if with Karax, you can lose your observer to a straight turret. With Swann,
you can't see it.
Yes.
If you don't remember.
And for Swann, you can also use Hercules to check buildings.
Hercules, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put him in S. I think that makes sense.
Right. Even if he's bottom of S, just it's. I think he's that level. Tychus, where do we have him?
Tychus, for once, he's not good.
Yeah.
On this map, on this mutation, because of Afraid of the Dark.
Yes.
You pretty much can't use Lone Wolf because one guy's gonna be doing nothing at almost at any given time. Oh, and as I learned in our duel run, if there are chokers, your dudes are getting choked a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Your dudes are getting choked. If there are hunterlings and you're not looking because you're trying to lone wolf stuff, you're getting stunned.
Yes.
And you're gonna run out of medevac charges to save them.
Yes.
However, if you only focus on if you focus on a ball, they're still pretty strong. So I put them in C.
All right. What do you think, Herman?
Okay. Yeah, he is not good on this mutation in my mind because just Tychus without P2 on this map isn't that good. Like you can if there's no chokers, you can hold you can hold to third night, I believe. But there is a Afraid of Dark, so it's really annoying. And if you get choker, it's basically just end the game. Yeah.
Or you can rely on your ally.
But ally is not it's not. I mean, allies you can't.
Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Let's just say that.
Yes. So
it's a mystery box with your ally. So what do you say?
Yeah. I think he is C tier for this week because I think he is better than Artanis.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
C tier is for him this week. Yes.
Swann does have one saving grace. I found that if you use Blaze, you will always, with the Inflame thing, clear out the left side. Because the chain reaction always goes there. It always clears out all the buildings there. I don't know why. It just always clears the left side whenever you use Blaze. It's so fun. But that's about it.
You should, but I think you need P2 for the
You need
Blaze,
P2?
right?
Oh well.
Yeah, because it increases the damage.
I'll just leave it at home then for defense. I'll just use I'll just have each outlaw with a couple of command setters, and I'll just use Tychus for offense. Then that's it. That's all I do.
I just think of one thing. So if you use a cannonball, just hold it at the entrance, and you put a rattlesnake
revitalizer.
yeah, the healing stuff. I don't know the name of that. So will your I mean your cannonball die?
I've tried having the strategy, but not cannonball. I used the revitalizer on Blaze at the front
Because
entrance.
Blaze is armored unit. It like aberration deals a lot of damage to it, but cannonball isn't an armored unit.
Yeah, I didn't do that strategy on cannonball. I don't know. I did try cannonball with Afraid of the Dark, and it's kind of annoying, even with because he's a melee unit, so he kind of
Yeah.
needs to run to where he's fighting. So it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
because
good
I
at
thought,
all.
I thought if this method work, he can just use this tool a lot at one entrance to just don't care about that side. But
You just tank it.
I didn't try that, so I don't know.
I haven't
Yeah.
tried it, but anyway, I don't disagree with C. Vorazun, where do we have him?
Oh, Warzone. Well, on this map, usually what we do, there are
Bulk
two
wall.
ways. One is mass void race, and the other one is mass oracles. Well, I think mass void race is better for this mutation. Well, I think just mass the void race and watch your army. You don't want to lose your void race. Yeah, I think that's it. She isn't that good on this map though, so I would say B or C. Yeah, I would say B tier.
What do you think, Tutu?
So the usual P3 Dead of Night strat is much less effective because
Look.
normally what you could do is at night you can send out like an oracle to get vision, then you time stop to like defend your base plus clear an entire area. But since there's Afraid of the Dark, you can't really do that. So it's a lot slower, but the enemies aren't stronger, so you can still hold on for a decent amount of time, night 4 at least. I use mass void race and just clear each area slowly. You just focus down all the special infested so they don't have detection, and then also make sure that if you are fighting Terran, you have some cannons near your mineral line, or else ravens will harass you because your Dark Templar or Shadow Guards will return to base, and the ravens will come.
Speaking of Terran,
Other
just
than
have
that,
detection
yeah.
all over the place if you have Terran enemies, because nukes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing which is annoying.
Yeah.
You gotta look around for nukes. But anyway, I put Vorazun in B.
My goodness, Raynor is so good. He doesn't even care about nukes too. He just scans where the nukes are and delete that. My goodness, Raynor's so good for this
There's
one.
the tank, and then boom, it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. So both of you say C?
I said B.
Oh, you said B.
B.
Okay.
Both
Never
of
mind.
us say B.
I'm deaf. There we go. Vorazun. Zagara, where do I have him?
Oh, huh.
This guy.
Surprisingly, I had an easier time with Zagara than Artanis, but
How much
that's probably
easier?
because she has a good source of AOE.
Hey!
Reusable, well, one you just pay once and you get to kill lots of things with it.
Say it.
And
Say the
you
thing.
can set them to shoot certain spots. You don't even have to keep retargeting.
Say the thing.
And with Zagara, if you aim your Baneling Barrage in between two buildings, you'll kill both
You'll
of them.
kill both,
Sometimes
yeah.
even 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So if you're like while you're clearing, you just clear pretty much normally. You have lings to join you, and So with that said, though, it's not that good.
Say the thing.
I put her in C.
Say the thing. How about you, Herman?
Oh well, her defense is at least better than Artanis. So Battle Entry is quite good.
Hey, you said the thing.
Yes, but it takes time to set them up, and
That's true.
yeah, because for Zagara, like usually use like Zerglings, Balings to just clearing this map really fast. But since a pretty dark exists, well, that's not her strat on this mutation though. So just defend all the. I mean, not all the entrance. Defend what you can defend, and just do your job. I think C works fine. Yeah.
All right, so both of you say C.
Yeah.
All right, Zeratul, where do we have him?
So Zeratul gets.
Wait, I should say it first.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. So Zeratul do I think just mass cannon.
Cannon's good, yeah. Cannon's good.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
Trap the
I would
trap the
say-
fragments, spam
Yeah,
cannons.
fragments. I would say A tier for third.
How about you, Tutu?
Trap the artifact. He gets super strong. So in the late game, your Zeratul will have like 10 blinks.
Yes, he can
Yeah,
get
Blink
to spots
everywhere, and
faster than using
Yeah.
the Void Seeker.
after about 7-8 fragments, you just won't. Your cannons will just not die.
Yeah.
And he has good anti-ghost stuff. This is the only one where I picked a Terran AI just to see what's up, and he did no problem. He had no problem.
Nice.
So I guess he does have to work. His cannons eventually will be strong, like invincible. So even if you take longer, you're not going to die.
special professor is Kaboomer is quite annoying in early game.
Well, early game Zeratul can just kill them.
Yeah, yes, that's true. And you also have legions to help defend if you need, but I don't think we need legions for defending.
All right. So A or S?
So normally one of the problems with this map is that if you get to like Night 6 or later, the enemies get really, really strong. And if you don't clear like a Nidus worm, then it's like more enemies. But Zeratul doesn't care because his stuff gets stronger too.
Yeah. So
That's why I put him in S.
all right. What do you think, Herman?
Okay, I think he can be as
All right. I had him in A,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't care if he clears the map like slower or not, like because he will get stronger and stronger and trap the artifacts, so you won't
Yeah.
you won't care about
so cannon's
artifacts.
good.
Yeah, you won't care about the artifacts on the map spawning like weird location that you need like 1 minute for your rally point to just try to find the artifact because you trap it.
Yeah. So A or
So
S?
I think he can be S.
All right.
Yes.
So does Dehaka, now looking at it, does Dehaka deserve a promotion or is he just properly an A?
I think he's properly A.
All right.
'Cause later on, he can get overwhelmed.
All right, fine.
Wait.
Fine. That's fair.
Wait,
If
can
you-
Dehaka be Swann?
Yeah, if you don't have enough stuff at each ramp, if you don't distribute properly, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
Oh, because usually when I play the Dehaka on this map, I use some primal hosts first, and then I transform to guardians. Yeah, but A is fine. Yes.
oh A?
Yeah,
Dehaka.
the Dehaka.
Dehaka. All right. Okay, so first question: is Raynor good enough in this mutation to break out a double S, or is he just single S for this week?
I don't think he's double.
No, because his clearing isn't that fast.
All right, fair. That's fair. Okay, so rankings: who's top of S? Raynor.
I would say Raynor.
Yeah.
Because his assist, because the ally mutator is a big thing. You don't know what your ally has cleared or not, and Raynor allows you to check instantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next is Nova, right?
Nova.
No.
And then Swann or Zeratul?
Swann is easier because you don't have to.
Yeah, I think it's.
Your defense is so
Yes,
strong.
Swann
early on.
is easier.
I think it's already correctly ordered. So it's Raynor, Nova, Swann, Zeratul, top of
Yeah.
S. Wow, 3 Terrans. Who's top of A? Dehaka? Or
I think
Stetboy?
Dehaka. I think Dehaka should be because Calculator doesn't care about Afraid of Dark.
Okay, and then Stetboy?
Karax.
I think Karax.
Karax? Alright.
Because if you do like iDef into carriers, that's still pretty good,
Yeah,
but it's slower.
sure.
And it's kind of like the Swann thing, except slower.
Worst
Should we
Swann.
do P2 if we mass carrier, right?
I wouldn't go with the second prestige on this one. I'd like to have static defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't use.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't use P2.
So who's next? Stetboy?
Arcturus?
Arcturus?
Arcturus.
Yeah, I guess he can hold on just fine, but he doesn't have green
Well,
zone.
if you have to like juggle between two entrances, and you have to split your army. So if you don't put like lurkers at each side, you're gonna have to run around a lot.
Don't
thought-
forget, yes, provide visual.
Oh yeah, that's true. So that
you
helps.
can't ESO to defend, not only offense.
Okay, so Arcturus third,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then Stetboy, and then Stukov.
Stukov bottom.
Stukov bottom. Alright. Who's top of B? Kerrigan?
Abathur lasts really, really long. It's just the early game that's rough.
Okay.
A little rough.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I would say Abathur.
All right.
Yes.
After Abathur,
Alarak?
you think Alarak?
I think Vorazun.
You think I think Kerrigan.
Okay, Kerrigan first, because you can stall with worms.
Yeah, she can stall with worms, and she has lurkers with 12 range.
Yes.
Look, I mean the worms provide vision, right? Like a little bit.
A little bit, but I still have hatcheries. But the worms are there to tank and detect. So I think Kerrigan.
Yeah.
So Abathur, then Kerrigan, and then Alarak? Or Vorazun?
Vorazun.
Okay,
Vorazun's
Vorazun
defense is good. You just need to take out the detectors.
and the spooky boys.
Yeah.
So Abathur, Kerrigan, Vorazun, Alarak,
Then
Phoenix? Alright.
Alarak Phoenix.
Yes.
Who's top of C? Tychus? Or Zagara?
Huh.
This is quite annoying.
Is this one time where I say Zagara's defense is better than Tychus's?
What do you think, Herman?
Well, if we get choker, that's
Alright.
yeah.
If you get chokers, Zagara's okay. She's still fine.
Yeah,
Alright.
for Tychus,
you're
it's
kinda
quite a
screwed.
nightmare. Yeah.
Alright. So Zagara first, and then Tychus, then Han and Horner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just because Han Horner doesn't have defense.
Alright. So D is just Artanis. Do we have
Yes.
do we have synergies of B tier or lower commanders who might work really well?
Well,
Artanis
best-
and Zagara?
Vorazun, Han Horner.
Vorazun had an Horner offense defense.
Or maybe Abathur and Kerrigan.
Yeah, Abathur and
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan, because Abathur's late game, Kerrigan's early game. Makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, like, also you can use Kerrigan P1 to just strengthen the locusts.
Even Zagara Abathur might work. You just need to get through the early game. So, all right, I think that's enough synergies for now.
Yes.
But I don't think. Yeah, just have one guy from S. Raynor is the most free commander there is. You should probably have him. Yeah, that's about it. Guys, watch Tutu and Herman's channels. I will link them down below, and I will see you guys next time.